Like, this is the sequel to Mega Man X from 1994, and this is 6 months after that with the destruction of Sigma. And anyway, the Mavericks are still running amok as they tend to do in this franchise, and they will with the later entries. But Mega Man X and that green biker guy are trying to look into some stuff, led by some information by Dr. Kane. Mega Man X and the rest of the hunters track the last of the Mavericks to an abandoned Reploid factory. There they hope to wipe out the last of the Resistance. Little they suspect that the real war is about to begin. There we go, so starts Mega Man X2, which has a fetish for wireframe graphics, as you're noticing right now. And actually, they built in a specific chip into the cartridge for this, the CX4 chip. It lets them do fancy things with the polygons and with vector rotations, as you'll see, actually with this X logo as it comes up. Yeah, that, right there. That's how you can tell this is a CX4 chip enhanced game. The only other game I know that does that is its sequel, Mega Man X3, which we will do at a later date. But with that, we can get started with this, or skip the demo and then get started. Alright, so let's get this show on the road. I thought this was a fitting one to start the year 2021 off, because this is actually the first Mega Man game I ever played, of any kind. So here comes X going in, there's the green biker dude, and he's dead, unfortunately. So it's up to us to fight on our own. But we're all set in this, because, again, we dealt with Sigma last time, and we're just wiping out the rest of what he's got. Now, like the last Mega Man X game I played, Mega Man X, you run around, shoot and jump, but you have one other thing when you start this game off, you have the dash right away, whereas in the last game we had to earn that with a power-up, not this time, which is good. I'm very glad that we have the dash starting off, which is how every other game in this franchise begins. This is the intro level where we just go through and defeat enemies that are pretty easy to destroy, not too much of a threat, before fighting a massive boss that's also actually not able to be destroyed. It works. Page defaulting say stream was next week. It does? Alright, well, I mean, I have a schedule going. This is every Saturday night at 7 p.m., so I guess maybe that's what it's showing. Alright, glad to see you're here. Hope you had a good holiday and are having a happy new year so far. Even though we're just one day into it, I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty good year. So anyway, we're starting off. This is a short intro stage. We're just coming in to fight this big boss who, despite his towering appearance, is no problem at all. Now why? That's why. One charge up X-Buster shot, and he's pretty much going to be done pretty quickly. Even the damage I take is pretty much nothing. Yeah, 4 X-Buster shots, and he's done. It's definitely a change from how Mega Man X did it, where I couldn't beat the first boss by design for story reasons. But we still have a lot of story going on with this game. Case in point right now. This is their leader. His name is Mega Man X. Those who underestimated are now nothing but scrap. We won't make the same mistake. His power will be blind to what's happening around him. Mavericks keep him busy until we're ready. Yes, how's the plan proceeding? Lecture's proceeding as scheduled. However, we're having problems with the control chip. We have little time. Let's finish construction on schedule. We must hurry. Is anyone else joining tonight? Probably. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I tried advertising the show around a bit places, some of my social sites, some other places that people had recommended to me. So we'll see how this goes. Basically specifying that, hey, I'm playing this game, and like with the last Mega Man game we played, well, actually, the last Mega Man X game we played was Mega Man X. The last Mega Man game we played, Mega Man 7, had this as well. We got a password, but we're not going to be using that. We're not going to need it anymore. Now, like the other ones, we have a selection of 8 robot bosses we can fight to start. I am going to be using the regular X-Buster on all of them, and there is one I'm very worried about doing that with, but we'll save that one until later. Now, I got a couple choices about where I want to go. We can go to the Weather Control Stage to visit Wire Sponge, the Robot Junkyard to defeat Morph Moth, Volcanic Zone with Flame Stag, the Central Computer with Magna Centipede, the Energen Crystal Stage for Crystal Snail, the Dinosaur Tank Stage for Real Gator, Deep Sea Base for Bubble Crab, and the Desert Base for Overdrive Ostrich. I'm gonna go with Real Gator to start. one of the easier bosses to start fighting in particular, particularly when you know his pattern. This is also going to be an interesting situation because it's kind of quicker and easier to beat him with just the X-Buster. Alright, well, they said this is a dinosaur tank, and they are definitely not kidding. You're seeing that shaking with the graphics on screen? Trust me, that is intentional. Because we're riding this dinosaur tank all the way through town, and, well, they want to replicate that by having the screen shake a lot. It's not too bad, but it is something that, again, you will notice that, yeah, it looks a little blurry in some capacities, and that's on top of the fact that I'm only running this at 480i to one of my televisions that I'm running this through. Because actually, just to reiterate this, I am using the original Super Nintendo cartridge of this game, which costs quite a lot now. It's about $100 to $150 to get a copy of this. I got it when it was about $60. But yeah, it's expensive now, so if you're going to play this and you're on a budget, I'd say get the Mega Man X collection for the PS2 or GameCube. Well, okay, maybe not on the GameCube, it's really expensive on that. Or get the Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1, which is on the PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Now, like with the last game, we have the ride armor in here. This time we have a spike on it. So you can do the punch like that, but when you hold down the Y button, charge it up, let go, dash forward, and stab things that way. You gotta be careful not to go off hits doing it. You also have your dash as well. The other thing this one adds that was not in the last game is you have a little bit of a hover to it. Like this. You hold that button down, you hover like that, and you get across the gap. You can also feather it, and you're going to see that a bit later, and I'll explain that when we get to the stage where we need to use that to get one of the heart tanks. Speaking of which, there's one right there. We could sort of get it now. Those are spikes that'll kill me in one hit, as is one with Mega Man games. We can exploit that by trying to get this. I'll try it once. Get that robot to shoot. Alright, yeah, get him to shoot over here, and while I'm invincible, go up the... Okay, unfortunately I didn't do it quick enough. Use the invincibility frames right there, you can climb up there and get it. But, unfortunately I couldn't do it, so I'm not going to try it again. I'm going to have to come back to the stage. This game... Oh, right, there's the checkpoint, perfect. So actually it was fine that I did it right there. I'll show you how they intend you to get it, but I can feasibly get it by getting hit by that missile, climbing up the spikes with my invincibility frames on, and grabbing it that way, but we're not going to do that. The other hits. In a lot of ways, this game is a lot like Mega Man X1, and I guess sort of X3, which came a year after this. But they did kind of up the ante a little bit as far as, again, the graphics with the CX4 chip they run it on, some of the stage designs, and some of the other aspects of it that we'll see as we go along. And as I said, this is the first Mega Man game I ever played. It was actually the son of one of my brother's piano teachers had this. And I'd never seen Mega Man X normal or anything else at the time. I played this when it was out in 1995, so I was there when this game came out, and I remember not being very good at it, but I did quite like it. So there is something to be said about that. That door, by the way, we'll explain that a little later, but for now, we just need to go through the stage, destroy these robot-making machines because they'll give me health, and go down here into the boss. Usually in front of every boss door in this game, you'll have this massive robot that those cannonballs it shoots will really, really hurt, so you gotta be careful. But I have my nice wall climbing from before, so you should be fine. Or you can just do it this way, stand there, just jump when the bottom cannon blasts. And usually they'll drop a health item, which is good because we're at the boss already. Yeah, the levels aren't super long, but there are definitely some different paths to take across them. I'll show you that as we go along. So here we are in oil. I swear to God that that's what this is. Here's Wheel Gator. Okay, now yeah, that's one way to hit him, and this is the other reason why I'm not gonna fight him with his weakness, because every time I do that, he'll go down into the oil as is. Also, he'll jump out, and then he'll shoot those spinning wheels at me, or sometimes he will go back down. And that's where you gotta be careful, because the spin wheels will come out, and then he'll come out, and if he grabs you with his teeth, that could be trouble. You also do this invincibility thing, but also the reason I do the X-Buster from here is because sometimes I get in this position where he'll just keep doing that spinning wheel, and you stand right next to him, charge your shot up, until he drops in the oil again, you're good. That's pretty much lather, rinse, repeat on this, although what Mega Man X2 added over Mega Man X is that when you get the boss's health down a certain level, they'll add new attacks. Makes things a little more interesting. Not that. It's here it comes to attack. Or, okay, I guess not. Usually what you're supposed to do is he'll, like, jump in the air and dive towards the wall, and then the damage he leaves on the wall will hurt me if I touch it. But so far he hasn't done that, so that's fine. Alright. He might not do it. I might kill him before that. Alright, I guess that's how it's going to be going. But we'll see him later because, again, as is wont in a lot of these Mega Man games, there is a boss rush at the end of the game, so we're going to be fighting all these Mavericks again. And when that happens, I'll be using their weaknesses. Okay, so already we're drawing with our first Maverick. Like with the other Mega Man games, defeat the Maverick, you get his weapon. You got the spin wheel, which is going to be very useful for exploring levels. That's what this game really adds over Mega Man X, is that they give you more reasons to go back into old levels to explore certain areas with them. And in fact, for that reason, next in the weakness chain would be Bubble Crab, but since I'm going to X-Buster every one of these guys anyway, it doesn't really matter which way I go. I am going to... You know, let's do something a little different for this playthrough. I'm going to go for Morph Moth next. It's between that and Overdrive Ostrich, but the other reason I came here is because that spin wheel I have is going to let me find an armor upgrade. That being said, by coming here early, I will not be able to get the Heart Tank until I make a return visit. In fact, the Heart Tank is right up there. And I needed a weapon in order to freeze the enemy that I just killed in order to get up there. But, because I have the spin wheel, let me show that off. Come right here, hit L or R to bring it out, drop it down. There you go, it starts destroying the floor. If you're wondering how I know this is here, A, because I've been playing it for 26 years now, and B, because there's an item later that'll showcase where it is. But you come through here, and here's good old Dr. Light in his hologram form, and he has more armor upgrades for me, just like the last time. Here he's giving me a body armor, so basically I could take less damage, but there's also one other thing it adds that's a little different than Mega Man X. We'll see in just a second. That's the Giga Crash. Now, what this does is, when you take damage from enemies when they shoot projectiles out, that meter will charge. In fact, let me go to the pause menu to show you that. Yeah, right here, Giga Crush. As that charges, in fact, let me see if I can find enemies that shoot stuff in it. If I take contact damage... Oh, actually, no, okay, I guess I did get hit. When I hear that beep, that means that it's going to be charging that Giga Crash meter. And when that's charged again, I can switch to that, press the Y button, and kill everything on the screen. Though it's not very effective for boss fights, which is why when the Mega Man X Legacy Collection came out, I was kind of tickled pink when they added an achievement for that, saying kill a boss kill a boss with this thing, which usually it doesn't do much damage, but for normal enemies, it'll destroy them right away. And sometimes some mini bosses like this, I guess, what is it, bug thing that goes into the robot. Shoot the robot's mouth and bust it down, and then it'll come out. Alright, well, also I can charge up the Giga Crush by getting hit with the projectile. When it busts, he comes out, shoot him. But he will go down again, yeah, like that, unless I kill him first. And if that happens, he goes into the robot again. We'll see that actually a little later. I'll avoid those guys because when they don't hurt, okay, they can hurt me, but they'll stick into me and they will actually rapidly change how my buttons work. So I'll basically rapidly shoot or jump or dash. And that's something I get to over there, but I can't go there yet, and there's no reason to go there right now. Also need to get some health. Now, I'm not going to be running into too much trouble, and with that armor upgrade, I'm going to take less damage. That's also the other reason I came here. Alright, while I'm going to... Okay. I was going to say, as we saw on the last stage, spikes will kill Mega Man instantly, but apparently these don't. As I just touched the side of the one and I didn't die, but I don't know why that was, but thankfully I don't have to worry too much. Because while I'm going through this stage, question to chat. What are your experiences with the Mega Man X games? Or did you watch me play the last one? And also, what's the ones you liked the most, if any of them? Is it this one, or is it maybe one of the other ones? Because there are about 8 of these, or 6 left outside of the one I'm playing now, and X. So tell me what's going on with that, and we're going to be fighting that robot thing again. But we have a little bit of a different situation going on here, because this is sort of a gravity changing room, as you see with that garbage in the background. When the garbage comes up or down, okay, when it comes down like that, my jump is reduced, as is the robot's. But when it goes up, I get anti-gravity capabilities, which can kind of help when I'm fighting these fighting this guy. And actually, right now, I can show you what happens when he goes back down. Again, I just have to do the same thing, but because the garbage is going up, I have a higher jump now. Weapon energy, which I'm not going to need right now. And it doesn't matter, because I also do not have his weakness here, but again, since I'm expressing everybody, it's not going to matter right now. Don't worry, I will show up the weaknesses in the rematch later on, but one other reason I went to get the spin wheel first, it makes mincemeat out of these guys. Just drop one down, cuts right through like a hot knife through butter. That makes those end-of-level confrontation with those guys much easier. Not gonna help much on this boss, but alright, here we go. So this is Morph-Moth. He is in that cocoon, and actually there's an interesting detail of this, which actually it took the Legacy, or the X Legacy collection for me to realize. I'll show that in just a second. Alright, he shoots out garbage, and the game slows down like crazy, which I will get into, because I have a point to make on that later. But, as he does that, he'll go down the ground, he'll spin around, and he will eventually come back up again. He'll shoot garbage out like that, and that actually increases his size, and for the longest time, I was wondering, okay, what is that all about? And I learned that you can feasibly go through this fight in its entirety, not hit him at all during this section, and when he gets to a certain size, this'll happen. If you get halfway through, this happens anyway. He breaks out, and he'll attack you as the moth. You shoot that dust, and he'll shoot that laser at you, so be careful. If you time your dashes, though, you should be good. Actually, it took till the X Legacy Collection for me to realize that, because, again, they give you an achievement for basically letting him eat up all that garbage and break out without hitting him once. Basically, you start fighting him when he turns into the moth himself. But he's now dead, and that's our second Maverick down. Defeating Morph-Moth, we get the Silk Shot. Is a tossing garbage out. But there's going to be a very important usage for this. But there's also something a little different, too, to this version, or this Mega Man game. Because we beat 2 Mavericks, we have these 3 guys who are Agile, Surges, and Violin, and basically they're watching me, they're coming after me. They now see why I destroyed Signal last time. Not sure Mavericks can hold off long enough. We may have to intervene. Alright, so back to the lab with Dr. Kane, who we didn't see actually in the last game. We saw like records of him accessing Mega Man X's systems in the opening cutscene, but here he is. He's kind of the new Dr. Light of sorts, or the new guy who follows Dr. Light. Anyway, what's going on here is those 3 guys we just saw in the last cutscene were the X-Hunters. They contacted us, and they have all of Zero's parts, and if we defeat them, we can get them back. Now, right at the end of the last game, Zero blew himself up to save us from Vile, or help us defeat Vile anyway. We still have his control chip. We gotta put the pieces back together. So we're going to do something a little unique for this. And this is totally optional what we're going to do. The X-Hunter battles. Yeah, we come to the map. You see those. They came onto the screen like that. And when you go to each of the stages, they have their little insignia on them. You can then fight them to get the parts back. Now, they went to Wire Sponge stage. They went to Flame Stag stage. And they went to Overdrive Ostrich stage. Now, you don't have to do this, but this will help us as far as ending, and it'll also let us avoid a certain boss fight, which I'll get into if we get into that. But, so, I'm gonna go out my way and kill these guys. And here's the other thing about this. If I can ignore them. I can even go to this stage and just totally ignore the X-Hunter guy. But if I do that, say I play Flame Stack stage, I beat it without beating him, or beating the X-Hunter guy that went there, I lose my chance to get that part for the rest of the game. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go to Overdrive Ostrich, because that was where I was gonna go next anyway. And also be able to show you, when I was going through, actually the last two stages, there were doors that you might have seen, and you're wondering, like, why am I ignoring them? Because that's where the X-Hunters are. Actually, I do need the spin wheel for that, so that's the other reason why I have it. Destroy that scorpion guy. Alright, these rocks. Pull out your spin wheel, cut right through. Now, you have to do this in order to get to this door, which is where the X-Hunters will be if they appear on the stage. If not, you come here, the door does nothing. So let's go in and we'll fight this guy. I don't remember which one was on this stage. Alright, Surges. Or Violin. X, I shall trust you like a tin can. Alright, this is gonna be a little weird. This guy hurts badly, which I guess is why... Yeah, because of that thing. He shoots out that wrecking ball, or the mace. Even with the armor I have, it hurts a lot. But you do have a couple safe spots, particularly if you stand right in front of him. You also avoid his little blasts when he jumps in the air sometimes. If you just stand right next to him like that, you'll be safe. Usually. But I'm behind him. Usually you have to be standing right in front of him to avoid getting hurt by that thing. But I think I'm gonna get him. Alright, one more shot. Alright, he's down. Now B, now the unification's in jeopardy. Okay, now by beating him, we got Zero part number 2. And we press start to show this. Right there, we have Zero's torso, which was blown off at the end of the last game, if you recall. But he had it. I guess it's fixed now, and we're gonna hold on to that. Got 2 other ones to get, and we'll get those later. In the meantime, let's go through the rest of this level. Because I guess now's probably as good a time as any to mention, I guess, the audio and the music, which I do quite like, even though it does sound very samey in some ways with some of the instrumentation, with that ding, like guitar-like sounds. But I kind of do like it still, and the melodies are really nice. And this is also something else that's unique to this game. Another kind of vehicle, bike. Ride the bike, it rides over spikes, no problem. I can turn around, I can shoot. I can also dash with it. If I hit a wall, it crashes. But I should be good right now for this. But before I do, I do want to jump off, or jump up there quickly. There's something I do want to show off. Well, wait, no, actually, I don't think I can show this off yet. Okay, no, I can't. Never mind. It has to do with the silk shot, but I'll show that up a little later. Now, even though I got rid of the bike will come back every so often by shooting that bridge down. Here we go. We're in the desert, and it is getting a bit choppy. In more ways than one. There we go. We can't stop it, though, by riding the bike into the sand machine. There it goes. And also go back and get the bike, which I'm going to actually have to do to get the heart tank here. What I gotta do is I gotta shoot that barrier down there, and I have to dash across it, or dash over it to make this jump. Oh no, I dashed too early. Let me go back. This is very specific, because if I ruin this, I'm going to... Well, I might die anyway doing this, but also if I ruin this, I won't be able to get this. Oh, there we go. Or, in that case, it'll just crash. You have to hit that jump very specifically, and I do want to do that. It is a little finicky, in all honesty. Usually hold A, it's good enough, but yeah, sometimes it doesn't work. Thankfully, the bike will keep respawning, so I won't have to worry. Maybe I should just kill this guy. Okay, I'll kill the robot. There we go. Yeah, now if I get a... There we go. That's what I was trying to do. There's a life there, but I don't want to do that. Dash right here. Here we go. Oh, turn around, turn around, turn around. All right, there's the heart tank. Now, I can feasibly crash into the wall, get it, and die, but I want to avoid that. I have to time this just right, because I'm dead. Yeah, just barely, but you kind of have to do that in a lot of ways, but I was hoping to avoid it. But thankfully, the checkpoint's right here, so we're going to be good. And actually, there is an upgrade here to get of Dr. Lights, and by having that spin wheel, which is really the MVP of this playthrough, I think, we're going to be able to get it right now. Alright, end of the capsule, we'll get my main drive upgraded, which will let me dash in midair. Yeah, we didn't have this in the last game. I am so happy it's in this one. Because it is so useful for navigation and also for a lot of boss battles. Yeah. You can only do it once in the air, though, by the way, so be careful. But again, this is going to be a great use. And actually, we have to use that to get an upgrade later. First, we're going to take a rocket up. And destroy it, at least in this case. The next boss is Overdrive Ostrich. He'll dash at us, so that dash of mine is going to be very useful. You just jump over him, and when he goes in the air like that, avoid the sonic slicers he shoots out, as well as the ones he shoots from the side, which honestly aren't too hard to avoid. The ones in the air are the real problem. Sometimes he'll also jump, or I'll show that in a sec, easily. He'll do the jump to throw at me. Sometimes when he does that dash at me, he'll just do jumping kicks along the way. Feasibly, though, I can off-screen him. When I do that, he'll just come back here and dash back and jump down. He's not done the jumping run kick yet. I'm surprised. Oh, there we go. That's it. As long as you keep doing this, you should be good. But when I get his health down lower, he will do the... He'll shoot the sonic slicers down from the air. Yeah, right now. He'll just keep doing this, I think, now. But I've got him. Alright, by defeating Overdrive Ostrich, we got the Sonic Slicer, which is also going to be pretty useful. Actually, the weapons in this game are generally pretty useful for not just combat, but also for exploration. Alright, let's see where the X-Hunters are going to go next. Alright, they went to the Central Computer Stage, and they went to... Oh, they went to Bubble Crab Stage. Yeah, let's go here. Get that nice little sunset, and this track, which actually was then later remixed in Mega Man X5, which was kind of an interesting situation when I played that. I realized, hey, wait a minute, this is a track from Mega Man X2. Which actually they redid it with real instruments. It sounds terrific. There we go. Yeah, again, this spin wheel is so useful. I love this thing. Again, it can cut through everything, which is also the reason why I go to Wheel Gator first. We're going out in the water where Mega Man X will not get rusted, thankfully, and I can jump higher. Also, in this area, we're running that fish guy. If we're gonna get to the X-Hunter guy, we gotta defeat this thing. Usually we're supposed to shoot each part of it, the tail, like the, that laser thing of it, and the fin there. I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna use the Giga Crush. This is what it's really used for. I have it charged up to, so hit that Y button, and boom, he's dead in one hit. And you have to kill it by the time you get to... I guess I'll show you where we're going. In the meantime, his health. It also makes it a lot easier to get through here. There's health down there. I think there's a... Okay, there's health and weapon energy, which I don't need right now. Actually, there is a heart tank right above here, but we can't get it yet. We actually have to get the weapon from this level and another upgrade. That's fine. I'm here just to beat this boss and then to get the the X Hunter taken care of. Now, you're usually supposed to go through this door, but I'm not doing that. Go up here, and this is where, at the top right there, that's where that ship will dock. If you don't get here in time, it's blocked. You can't get up here. Because I killed him, I can go and fight Agile here. He's got a sword. Yeah, when he does that jump, you get that like crescent beam to you, and depending on how you have him, he will jump towards you for it. I kind of want him to do, because he can also dash towards me, which I want to avoid as much as I can. Yeah, like that. I might be in trouble, so I gotta be careful here. One more shot, should do it. Got him. May fail, but you'll never live to Z0. Or as the Let's Play channel I said to that line, like, what do you mean I have to give you a body part? Well, there we go. We got part 3. That is his feet. Alright. So with that, the door opens, and we can go through to the boss over there, but I am not in good shape to fight him. Alright, now I am. Actually, one other thing I noticed, I guess this is an interesting way of why I'm going this way, or not why I'm going this way, but the consequence of me going this way, is that I don't have any sub-tanks, which can give me health whenever I need it, but I should be fine for this one. Alright, here's Bubble Crab. I do have his weakness, which is the spin wheel, but I'm going to fight him without it. Or try to, anyway. The way to get his shield down is when he gets close to you like that. Sometimes you just won't put it up. You usually want to be above him, because then when he sees you that way, he'll then break it down and come and get you. Try to, anyway. I'll just use the water your advantage as it goes up and down to be able to jump higher. But again, sometimes he'll do that. You get those crabs on the surface, which you have to shoot down. Feasibly, there is one other thing I could do with him, or any boss. When you dash and shoot the shot out like that, there's a glitch in the program, or in the programming of this game, where you'll do double the damage by doing that. In some ways, I'm making it a little harder on myself by just using charge shots, but again, they fixed this in Mega Man X3, so I won't be able to do that there. It's gonna be close. I didn't know that the crabs actually functioned as turning on my Giga Crash. Oh, whoa! Never seen that before. Oh, I just got him. Alright. I guess that's his desperation attack, throwing out multiple crabs. But this game slows down a lot, so you can kind of avoid it pretty easily. And that actually is an interesting point. I'll go into this now as well while I'm waiting here. Later releases of this game, particularly like a lot of the collection versions, like on the Mega Man X collection, the Mega Man X Legacy collection, fixed the slowdown that this game had. So if you want more of a challenge, I'd say play those versions. But going to OG on this one since I own the cartridge. Alright, for killing him, we got the Bubble Splash. And actually, we will need that to get the heart tank here, but we can't get it yet. Alright, where's the last of the Mavericks? Okay, he's in the Energy and Crystal stage. We're going there next. Now, here's the ride armor. Now, as I said when we were in Wheel Gator stage, I was mentioning that when you press jump and hold it, you do this hover. But I also mentioned you can kind of cook it. The heart tank is over on this pit. It's a far pit. The only way to make this is to basically jump, just basically rapidly tap it like that. Because when you hold it down, it's about 3 seconds or so until you drop. But that timer keeps going if you just tap the button. So what you want to do here, get set, you want to do a dash off this, jump, tap it rapidly like that, and there we go, you make the gap. That's the only way to get across this. I can feasibly use that to make it back, but I'm not going to do that. You can just jump on this platform and return the lead pan. Also, you will need the ride armor here because you need this to bust these blocks. And you will have to jump off onto spikes and avoid that, and get that crystal to go, and avoid having to crush you. By clearing the path for that, I can continue, and actually up here is where the Maverick Hunter fight is, or the X-Hunter fight is. Just hover up here, and you will need the ride armor to get through here. Also, you use the spike charge thing to cut through these a lot faster. Alright, to get there, I have to climb up here. Go through the door. Alright, here's the last of the X-Hunters. This is serious. Surges and can't allow you to stop the unification. This is for the good of all. What we're talking about, let's go. Alright, when you shoot him, he'll shoot those bolts out, and because of the slowdown in this game, they're actually really easy to avoid. Try doing this on the X Collection and X Legacy Collection, you won't be having this time with it. But with this, I could actually defeat him pretty easily. And do it feasibly before he drops any mines on the ground, or he's just about to do it there. Yeah, just keep doing this and it'll be good. You know, I can also use the Sonic Slicer, which will kill him, that's his weakness, but again, I'm just gonna X-Buster. Alright, sometimes he'll do the jump anyway, so you gotta be careful there. Also, when he puts that shield up, he will be invincible. Just be aware of that. That being said, you can jump through it. And also use the middle charge shot to get rid of the mines on the ground. Like that. About 2 more hits, I've got him. Got him. Merely delayed the inevitable. We'll meet again. Well, he's not wrong about that, but we got Zero's last part. So we got his head. Okay, I'm morbid, but it's like, we'll be good. And later in the game... Oh, shit, I forgot about that. Coming down this way, there's spikes. I usually don't fight the X-Hunter here. But that's fine. That's one way to get out of this. As I was going to say, by defeating all 3 of the X-Hunters now... I'm avoiding a boss battle way late in the game, which I'll point out when we get there. It's not going to be for a bit of time. But in the meantime, we can continue with this stage as intended. Also, I should try and find a sub-tank somewhere. I don't know if there's one in this level. There might not be. Trying to get there. There we go. Get there in the middle so I can get to life. Let me see something. Do I have my... Okay, my Giga Crash is not able to be run yet. Here's the mini-boss here, which has this robot guy shooting out these lasers that bounce off of the walls and the ceiling. Just avoid them and you should be good. Actually, I think he's weak to the spin wheel. But again, I'm X-bustering basically everything in this, so when I get that. Oh, alright. I can also use that. In fact, let's try that. Let's Giga Crash him. Alright, I guess not. Yeah, that's what I was saying when it doesn't really do much in boss battles. And yeah, like hurt him more of those come out, and yeah, the game's chugging a lot. But now he's dead. Yeah, so that was the other reason I went up there, because that slides in and crushes me, I'm dead. But I can go down here, and we have a light upgrade. This will modify my radar optics. Use energy, but with it you'll be able to see objects you couldn't see before. Basically, it's a helmet upgrade, and what it does in this game is it identifies hidden areas that you can get through. Yeah, like that. Right there, it'll showcase, hey, there's something hidden. In this case, you can just jump up here and get an extra life. That's how you're supposed to find the armor upgrade in Morph stage. But since I already know where it is, I didn't need it. And feasibly, I'm not going to be using this one that much. I mean, to be fair, the helmet upgrades are usually the most worthless in the Mega Man X games, at least in the 16-bit ones they are. Because in the last one it was a headbutt, and this one it's basically telling you where hidden things are, which is kind of useful. And then also like a radar thing for Mega Man X3 when we get to that one. But again, it does complete the look of Mega Man X, so at least there's that. And we do need that for hidden upgrade, which we'll get later. Okay. Now here are Crystal Snail, who is actually one of the harder bosses to do, just X-bustering him. Not the hardest, but he's one of them. That's because of his shell. And also because of that, those crystal orbs he shoots out, which will freeze me, and so you have to kind of wiggle your way out. But again, because this game has some pretty massive slowdown problems, it's not going to be that much of a problem to deal with that much. But again, he's also armored, so if he's... I can't just shoot him when he's in the air like that, or otherwise he'll bounce right off. Although sometimes he'll do that dash more than once. Clearly this game was trying with its graphics and some of its effects more than Mega Man X, hence why it slows down more, but... yeah, you definitely feel it. Much more in this one than even Mega Man X3, as far as I recall. Well, that's a case where I don't actually own the physical version of it, but my girlfriend does, so... when I play it, I actually might use her copy. I think she wanted to get involved on playing that, actually, when we get to it. So, when I play... that will be the next Mega Man X game I play, whenever that is, but... I'll decide at some point. Alright, when I get him down that low, he has one more trick he'll do. He'll do this, and he'll slow the game down even more than normal, but the idea is also that he slows my movement down while his remains normal. It's not too hard to avoid, it's just getting that opening in order to hit him. But again, if you basically wait till he drops down like that, hit him that way, you should be good. More hit. Got him. Nearly Crystal Snail just takes time to beat. As long as you know the patterns and know that you can wiggle your way out of the crystals he traps you in, you should be set. For defeating him, we get the Crystal Hunter. Basically those crystal goo balls. But by getting all three of the parts, we get this cutscene. I can try to reactivate Zero to help, but I need more time before you can reinstall his control chip. Try to slow them down. The cutscene will change. Well, yeah, that cutscene won't play if I don't have all three parts, but if I defeat all of the Mavericks, the cutscene I get will change, and then I'll have a boss fight I have to do later. By not doing that, we're good. We'll do the cleanup later. Let's go to Wire Sponge State. The stage of Wire Sponges next. Kind of looks like the Grinch at first. I don't know if that was intended or not, but there you go. One thing you do want to do when you first start the stage, jump in the wall. There's a heart tank. But again, you can also find it by using your helmet. Actually, it is good I got the Crystal Hunter as well, because you run into certain areas. This is the weather control area. Usually you'll have these orbs that get really, really stunning like this, or you can use your other weapons to affect it. And if you use the Bubble Splash, it'll start raining. And it actually gives you a little bit of a wind aspect to it as well. Or use the Crystal Hunter, and now it's foggy. I can also feasibly destroy the thing, but I'm not going to do that. Of course, not yet. Also, sometimes it'll just change automatically on its own. Actually, wait, no, I want to go to the left because there is a sub-tank up there. The first one I think I'm going to be getting so far. Now sub-tank energy. No, is it sub-tank? No, it is sub-tank. But there we go. So yeah, when I get health when I'm at full health, or get health items when I'm at full health, I will fill that up. And there's going to be actually a trick I'm going to use to fill it up really fast, which is a very nice thing they added to this game. I'll show that a little later. You know, I don't care anymore. Alright, okay, that's actually something a little different as far as the Silk Shot. Yours shoots out rocks, but sometimes it changes based on your surroundings. Let me see something. Okay, here it just shoots the leaves then. Okay, so it's just the level. I thought maybe the weather had something to do with it. That being said, I can destroy the crystal, but it doesn't really do much. Actually, I probably should also use the spin wheel on these guys. Yeah, the spin wheel's getting a lot of use in this playthrough. Alright, now, I am going to X-Buster Wire Sponge as normal, but I'm going to kill him with his weakness, and I'll tell you why when I get into that. He's weak to the Sonic Slicer, which I do have, so we'll do that later, but I'm going to fight him most of the way legitimately. That's the tough part there. He does that lasso swing with the hook. Or the strike changes it is. Then he'll hook it on the ceiling like that and shoot out those vines. And those vines will follow wherever you're standing, so you gotta be careful about that. And it will go on the walls as well, so you gotta be careful there too. The only other way to hit him when he's doing that is basically hit him when he throws the strike chain out, which can attach to walls. And he can do it in the air like that. Ooh. Alright, there we go. When I get his health down low, he gets angry like that, and he'll shoot out electric bolts. If you stand right next to him, you won't get hit by the bolts. He'll do that every so often, so gotta be careful with that. And when I get close to killing him, I'm going to use his weakness. I know I'm just going to hit him with like one bolt shots. Alright, so last shot. Let me get the Sonic Slicer out. It's right here. Oh, okay, I missed it, so I'm going to have to wait till he comes out of the animation again. Alright. Got him. By doing that with a Sonic Slicer, we've dismembered him. This is the only boss in the game that has an animation like that, where we kill them with their weakness, they'll die in a unique way. I almost wonder if maybe they designed him first as far as that, and then said, okay, we don't have time to put the rest of the animations in. But yeah, we cut him in half. Hence why I was using the Sonic Slicer at the end of it. I just thought that was interesting to show off. And for doing that, we got the strike chain. And with that, actually... Do I do the cleanup yet now, or later? I'll do it later. Okay, I'll do it after this stage. We only have 2 more Mavericks to go, and then we have the end game to deal with. It's not a long game, again, especially if you know what you're doing, but there's definitely some things we're still going to be seeing. And we got time on our hands, for sure. To enjoy this first stream in the new year, which I'm definitely looking forward to. I've been looking forward to this, and I've also been looking forward to the other games and things I want to do this year. I kind of want to do... Actually, one thing that I've been thinking of, and this is a project that I've had on my mind a bit recently, is... Since this is the 30th anniversary of the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise for 2021, I want to do a Sonic game a month. Actually, I think I'm going to start that with Sonic CD next week. But I had some other ideas of things I want to do for streams for the rest of this year. Right, now, one thing I gotta do, though, here is climb quick, because I have that lava there, which will hurt me really bad. But get your spin wheel out. Use it to break through that wall. Get that, and get the heart tank without taking damage. I'll be careful of that. Yeah, I probably should have specified those digging robots. Usually what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to have them come in and basically hit into these walls in order to make a way through. Or in this case, I can just go right in. I'm trying to get him to appear again, though, because I want to show something else. There we go. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if you get him to come in here, he'll just die when he comes through here. Likely because of the lava over there. Now we have these exhausts. We gotta be careful because of those flying bat squirrel things, whatever they are, that will turn those vents into fire. So I guess it's like gas or something. But again, I've got a lot of health, and I have that armor upgrade, so I should be good. Yeah, that part's really hard to get through. I think you're supposed to use the Sonic Slicer to defeat that robot, because the Sonic Slicer, by the way, let me show that off. When you use the Sonic Slicer, it'll bounce off of walls. I think that's how you're supposed to get through that without taking damage, as a side note. But here we are at the boss. Alright, so this is Flame Stag. This is the most vertical boss fight we have. Yeah, because he'll jump across the wall like that. And he'll use that fire dash. They just keep jumping back and forth and avoid when he does that. He also sometimes throw fireballs at you, but they're usually pretty easy to avoid. Yeah, the other thing you can do is he just kind of briefly showed there is that if you're on the wall and he's on the same one, sometimes he'll just, dash right up it. And when you cut down his health to half, he turns into blue. He has blue fire now, and he moves faster. And I think the fireballs go faster too. Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. When he does the dash into me, apparently that counted as Giga Crush energy, which you can tell based around the sound effect it makes. Okay, if you hear that "geet," that means that it's for Giga Crush. If not, it's just a normal hit. But it doesn't matter because he's dead. That's the 7th Maverick defeated, and we get his weapon, which is Speed Burner. And that's actually something we're going to be using to get the other upgrades. Before I go to the last boss, and I am dreading having to do this with just the Buster, I want to get the other upgrades that I missed. So let's go to Morph Moth stage first. Okay, now that enemy, when you use the Crystal Hunter, which is this thing, knock the shield off, and there we go. He's encased in crystal. Yeah, you have to make that jump very specifically, or, in that case, kill him. Thankfully, we're in Mega Man Land, where regenerating enemies are everywhere. I swear, it's like this in the Kirby franchise, where it's like, yeah, you're going to be dealing with regenerating enemies all over the place for the purposes of things like this. Right, there we go. So I need to do a dash jump over to that and climb up. There we go. There's a life, and there is the heart tank. Like that, that's all we need here. We can use that nice exit function because we're beating the boss to leave. Alright, next we're going to go to... No reason to go back there. Desert Base, I got everything there. Bubble Crab stage, let's go here. There are two things I can do here, but there's one thing in particular that I need to do. Actually, I just remembered, I can't do the second thing. Actually, wait a minute. I can't do this one yet. I need to go to Wheel Gator stage first. Alright, sorry for that. I forgot I needed an upgrade in order to get two things here. But thankfully I can just quit out really easily. Alright, so Wheel Gator stage is right here. There are two things I have to get here. One being that heart tank that I died trying to get earlier. So I'll show you how they mean for you to get that one. And actually, the upgrade I need to do that is here as well. It's right up there. Now, normally what you're supposed to do, and I'll show you the legitimate way to do this, you have to jump here, and slide down across the wall, and then do an air dash to climb up there, and there's Dr. Light's capsule. You can also be fancy about it, use the strike chain, which hooks to walls. If you make the jump very specific and climb on like that, there you go. You can feasibly bypass that without having to get the air dash. But I got both, so I showed both ways. So here's the last of the light upgrades. It is my arm cannon, which will allow me to have more powerful shots. Yeah, that. And that is very useful. Much more useful than the charge shot in the last Mega Man game, or the last Mega Man X game, because this one doesn't have the glitch where it doesn't hurt enemies as much when you charge fully. But also what that does is let you charge any weapon. Now, I'm going to show this off briefly. When you charge up the Speed Burner, Whether you're standing or in the air, you do a dash. So basically, I got to do 2 air dashes to get that heart tank that's later. So let's go on the flank. Actually, this is what I needed to get the stuff I need out of Bubble Crab stage. Oh, yeah, I almost got carried away. I was doing that charge, but I forgot when I did that, you can't jump when you're doing the charge up. Actually, that's the other thing also about the arm cannon situation. You climb ladders faster. Alright, so this is how you're supposed to get this. You're supposed to jump from here and do 2 air dashes. One with the normal air dash you get, and then one using the speed run. So you get that ready. Dash, dash! There we go. And climb right there. And we got it. Now with that, we can go back to Bubble Crab stage and get what I need Actually, do I have enough for that Giga Crush? No, I don't, but again, it doesn't really matter for the purpose of this. I mean, I guess I may as well showcase what happens here when you're actually fighting this thing. That searchlight will come after you, and when if it sees you, that laser will come out, which will hurt you. Or I can just say screw it and we use the Giga Crush again. I just was waiting for it to charge up fully. There we go. Now with that, he's dead. Alright, now there are actually, I think there's 3 things. I'm coming in here, this looks like there's nothing in here, but I forgot to showcase what happens when you use the charge up Silk Shot. Well, I'll show you 2 things. When you charge it normally, you get this big rock. But in specific rooms, you charge it up. Actually, I'm shooting it. It's not doing anything. Why is that? Well, when you charge it up, you'll see why. Oh yeah, look at all that health that comes out. You can use that to quickly fill your energy tanks up, or your sub-tanks, I should say. And I think they're both filled. But I'm missing 2 of them. I think one of the ones I'm missing is on this level. I think it is. Okay, one thing I do need to do, though, is I need to use the bubble splash here. Charge it up, you have this. While you're in that state, you jump higher. But you also have to be very specific about this, because when you get to the top, I need to jump off the water like that. You have to be very specific with it. Okay, so that's the energy tank. But there's also a heart tank somewhere. Where is it? Did I miss it? Hang on. You know what? Let me turn that off so I don't run out of ammo for that thing. Okay, that's where the energy tank is. It's... I think it's up... Oh yeah, it is up here. Yeah, because I went here to get the health. But then what happens is you still need to use the charge up of the bubble splash again to make this specific jump. Yeah, right there. And I have to hit onto that missile thing over there, and I gotta do it fast. I might run out of ammo on this thing. I hope not. Oh, I just missed it. Unfortunately, I'm out of juice for this thing, so I'm gonna have to scrounge ammo. Thankfully, there was a drop a little further up, so maybe we can get that. This is probably the hardest of the heart tanks to get. Alright, there it is. So let's get the bubble shield up. Or not the bubble shield, the bubble splash. I'm thinking of last game with Bubble Shield? I think that's Mega Man 9. So I'm thinking a little ahead. Actually, technically, chronologically speaking, I'm thinking behind, because Mega Man 9 takes place before this, but it came out after. I don't know if that's enough. Actually, you know what? Let me try one other thing. Because again, I can use the Speed Burner, which underwater, it shoots missiles. Yes, I might be able to make that with the Speed Burner instead. Yeah, okay, alright, there we go. That's the other way to do it feasibly. So, you're supposed to use the bubble shields, or the bubble splash, I keep calling it bubble shield, in order to do that. But I guess you can use the Speed Burner as well. So with that's good. I think we have everything we need. Now, can't put off the inevitable any longer. We're going to the last Maverick level. Alright, last one. It is Magna Centipede. There are a lot of reasons I'm dreading this. Alright, this looks a little familiar. This is the same setting as the cutscene that we saw the X-Hunters observing me on, but I guess it's deserted now. Alright, so here's one thing about this stage. Those spotlights, if they go on, it'll turn on the alarm system, and that item will, or that box will collapse down and start shooting at me. Now I want to avoid these, because in order to get the upgrades on this, you can't get hit by them. And the way to avoid that is pretty much just go in between areas where the spotlight can't see me, like that. Oh. But sometimes they go really fast, and it makes it hard to avoid. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah, and I have to go up there. I forgot about that. There we go. Now, by going through that without getting detected, this object here, this cannon, will be in place. If it falls down, I can't go up there to get the item that I need. Let's get the Speed Burner out. Charge it. Do the same thing I did before. Jump, dash, dash again. Climb up, and here is the heart tank. I have to be a little quick because I have another situation coming up with that. I have to climb up something else again to get the last of the sub-tanks. Alright, there we go. Yeah, those purple ones, those purple blocks can be destroyed. The other ones cannot, but I have to be a little quick on this, starting here. Yeah, you have to dash from the top of that block in order to get up to the energy tank. And that way you're good. Here's the mini-boss, again, showing off those wireframe graphics again. Here's the sword, you have to hit the handle. The green blade will do nothing, so avoid it. In a lot of ways, you're kind of at the mercy of how it wants to attack. I think he's weak to the bubble splash, just for the record, but again, I'm X-bustering him. Got him. He takes a lot of damage, but eventually he'll go down. Alright, now... I can avoid getting detected here. Actually, I'm trying to remember, is there even a reason to avoid detection here? I'll try anyway. Okay. Oh, okay. No. I remember the reason to avoid detection, because there's an achievement in the Mega Man X Legacy Collection for doing that, but... There you go. Alright, here's another thing. That target is going to come to me. I want to avoid that, because if it does, it will take my information for something. I'll show what that is in a second. Okay, this is the boss. Here's the thing about this. If I got hit by that targeting reticle before, it would scan me, it would take my energy, and it would put it into his, so he'd have extra attacks to hit me with. And he'd also have much more of a health bar. But because I didn't, he'll just do this thing with fireballs and shoot out those 3 lasers. And he won't take too much damage when I hit him. Or hit him with my weapons. Alright, so I've been detected. That happens no matter what you do, so you can't avoid that. Okay, now we're gonna fight Magna Centipede. This is the hardest Maverick in the game to just X-Buster own. And so I'm gonna do it. We're gonna see how this goes. First thing, he'll use his tail to basically eye you like that, and then he'll try and hit you that way. He'll also teleport around the room, which makes things a little difficult too. I'm hoping he doesn't do the thing I'm thinking he might do. Because he has one attack that is a nasty thing. Yeah, so far I'm getting lucky. Sometimes what he'll do is he'll try and call in like a beam to suck me up, and when he does that, if I get caught in it, my buttons will be gimped. So basically, I'm doing charge shots now, I'll lose my ability to charge shot, I'll lose my ability to dash. Here he does it. Okay, the way to avoid that is, when he grabs you like that, you have to basically rapidly tap the D-pad to get out. And if you get out in time, he won't suck up your energy. Or if you're far enough away, you can avoid it. Okay, I failed there, so now I turn into that, and I unfortunately lose my ability to do a charge shot. I'm holding Y down, it's doing nothing. But again, because of the dashing glitch, I can just exploit that. Just keep doing this, and hope the hell it doesn't hit me again. Fortunately, he did, and... Oh yeah, he gimped my dash, so I can't really even do that anymore. No. He just doesn't hurt me, but it means that it's going to take a bit longer to fight him. Also, my jumps are much weaker, so you're seeing the full force of what he can do with this. I'll also show off when I rematch him later why you use this weakness. Every time. Not least of which because this battle will go a lot faster, although I did a lot of damage before he got me, so I'll at least give it that much. But I have enough health, I should be fine. One more shot and he'll be dead. Well. Got him. Yeah, that was what I was afraid of as far as him just hitting me and disabling my jump, my dash, and my charge shot. Or disabling my high enough jump. So I avoided that, and we're good, and he's dead. Next time we see him, we're going to kill him the way we should kill him if you want to avoid that trouble. But by killing him, we got the magnet line. It'll hook onto walls, and it'll blow up anything that it hits. Okay, so now since we got all of Zero's parts, this cutscene changes, and we found where the X-Hunters are. They're over at grid location 00 at the North Pole. Okay, time to reactivate Zero, so slow them down. Alright, so while Dr. Kane tries to get Zero reactivated, we're going to go up to the North Pole. Later, actually. We're going to go back to the Deep Sea stage. I'm going to get all my sub-tanks filled. And then we'll go to the North Pole. you've seen this enough, but again, since I haven't fought him legitimately, I may as well. Because unfortunately, I gotta wait for him to open the gate in order for me to get to the next section. Alright, so there's his fin, his tail, the light, and I think you just have to hit him in the face. And you know, let him go, it doesn't matter. I came here for this reason anyway. Get the silk shot out and charge it. Just keep doing that until the other sub-tanks I have are filled. Alright, I know it's filled because I don't hear anything when I collect the health. Alright, so we're good. Now let's go take care of these X-Hunters once and for all. Here's the X-Hunter stage, or the first of 4, I believe. And we're all set. We have all our upgrades, we have all the weapons, we have all Zero's parts, for reasons that'll make sense when we go later, because of the life. So basically just keep going through. So we're going to run into a bunch of enemies we've seen before, as far as on the stages, and also some gimmicks of the levels we've seen before, like this here. We saw this in the very first level where we have that robot pulling those walls together. If they touch you when they crush, or if they crush you like that, you're dead. Actually, the easy way to take care of that is, in fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to show off the charge shot of the Sonic Slicer. That. When you charge it up, it shoots up in the sky like that, and everything is done. Or everything is dead there. And so I can come up here and take my sweet time. Probably should spin wheel. Let me pull that out. Well, okay, let me use the Sonic Slicer first. There we go. Yeah, because I don't want to have to climb up that without crushing into me. I definitely want to have that thing crush me here. Where is that? Right there. Yeah, because this is one of the hardest sections of the game to, you know, climb up while the wall is pulling in on you, closing in. That's the end of the first level. Now, we're going to run into the X-Hunters again. I'm going to kill them with their weaknesses this time. He is weak to the Bubble Splash. It's the same deal as before, at least as far as this guy is concerned. Except he puts these blocks up, which are things that the mace can bounce against. Being in front of him isn't always a guarantee that you'll be safe. I gotta be careful. I'm gonna have to use a sub-tank. Or, no, I gotta hit Y on that. And that's why I have him. Got him. What? How could you have overrun my circuits? With that, Violin is dead. Good this time. Stage 2. Let's see what's up here. Alright, this is where I'm going to have to go underneath the water. This is a little tricky because I have to basically jump onto this, ride it over, and then go right there. Alright, yeah, okay. I was thinking like maybe I can make that, but like, no, I can't. Yeah, this is where things are going to get a little dicey with doing this. And unfortunately, I have to do this quite a bit on this stage, and there's one other hidden thing. If I can get it. Alright, that's the other thing I could feasibly do. Jump on the side to avoid the fire or just get hit by it. Now, the way you're supposed to get across is I think you need to use the crystal punter. Let me see if I can't reach it. Actually, no, I don't think I can. No, let's use the speed burner to get across. No, not that. Oh, okay, by the way, when you use the speed burner like that, it will attack the enemy and kill him. Actually, I think you need to use it here in order to get whatever's over here. I think it's a life. You know, let's try and get it. Okay, I have to be very specific in order to get it. So it is a life, so never mind. Unfortunately, I didn't hit checkpoints, so let's go through that again. It's not too hard, but again, it's just something like I wish I didn't trace my steps. Then again, I got a lot of lives anyway, so getting a game over is not going to be a problem. And like the other Mega Man games, you have unlimited continues anyway, so it doesn't really mean anything. You know, and honestly, for that, I think I just want to stand on and take the damage. It's safer than jumping off the sides and perhaps hitting the spikes over there. I gotta wait for it to come down. Alright, just let myself get hit by the fire. I've got enough health, I'll be fine. Wait, that's the boss already, okay. Okay. Alright, now this boss is a little different, even though we fought Violin the same way we fought him before, but with blocks. We got this situation here that's going to be a little different. Surges has this cannon deal. Now, the way to deal with this easily is actually use the Giga Crush. That or a charge of Silk Shot to bust those cannons. By using the Giga Crush, though, it breaks all of them, and there he's exposed. Get your Sonic Slicer out, stand right underneath him, right below him, charge it up, and I'll hit him each time, but I'm going to use my sub-tank just in case. The only thing you gotta worry about are those blasts, which will alternate between going diagonally and not. As long as you stand underneath them like this, or on this part of the tank, the one that rises up will always hit him. Unless I don't charge it in that case. Do it. It's impossible. The prophecy must be fulfilled. The prophecy is you dying. So there he goes. Before we go to the next stage, though, I am going to go back and try and recover. I'll get my sub-tanks up. Because there is one secret thing I need to do on this next stage, and it's not going to be easy to do this. Might also want to try and grab a couple extra lives if I can. After that, we're going back to Bubble Crab. Because there's a life on the way, and there's also that room that I can get my energy tank set pretty nicely. How many lives do I have? 6. Okay. So there's 7. I just need my sub-tanks filled. Actually, I don't think you need them filled for what I'm gonna do, but I think it's probably best that I have them that way. At least I don't think you need them that way. That being said, I do need my health at full when I do this. Well, when I do it in the next level, and I need all the upgrades which I already have. Honestly, I don't care about damage now because I'm going to recover it in a few seconds anyway. Go off with you. So shot. That's everything. Yeah, it is. Perfect. Alright, Maverick, or X-Hunter Stage 3. Now we'll get a nice change of music. Alright, now one thing I will show off. To get those items there, use the strike chain. You have to time this very specifically to pull them towards you. I wonder if... Let me try something. Yeah, the charged version of this. You know, I don't know if that's going to fit. Oh. Right, so you have this puzzle you need to get the platform up there with. Yeah, if you play Super Mario Bros. 3, this will look familiar. There's also health there, but I don't need it. Oh, okay. So either I still need that thing. Well, actually, I don't. I can use, and we're going to use this in just a second anyway. I can use the crystal hunter on that. There we go. Climb right up that way. We actually are going to need to use that to get up there. And use these bats to do it. But first, I need to get my health covered. Now, I got a choice of ways to go. I can go down or I can go up, but I have to go up to get a special item. Let me see if we can get the bat over here. Okay, hit it with Crystal Hunter and climb right up. Climb up there and climb up that way. Oh, there's a life, by the way. Okay, so this is actually not going to be too bad as far as the fact of, me being, safe doing this, but we're going through a really tough part of this stage, and I think I also need to have my health full as I go through this. Actually, I probably should have used the... Okay, there are two ways to do this. I can use the Crystal Hunter to make the jumps that way, or use the double dash with the speed burn. I think I'm going that way. Oh, that was close. Oh, but I also want to... I'm trying to think what's going to kill these guys quick. Giga Crush. Hopefully I won't get myself killed doing this. I had to take into account that animation of him jumping forward, so I didn't, jump into the spikes right ahead. Okay, so I think I can get through this. Yeah, and now this part. Yeah, I have to dash over the spikes here and down to where that life is. If I don't do it right, I die. Oh! Yeah, get used to seeing that, because that is not an easy jump to make. Thankfully, if you die, they put you right back here, and there are enough lives I can keep doing this, and there's going to be a reason why I'm doing it. Hopefully I can do this in my next try. And even if I can't, there we go, I got another life, so I'm going to be coming out fine. Speed burner again. Ah! Yeah, again, this is not an easy thing to do, but it's worth doing for the purpose of showing off what this is. Oh. But yeah, I keep doing this because I keep getting lives. That being said, I think I'm going to use the Crystal Hunter method here. Unless he breaks that way. There we go. Okay. Ow. Alright, same deal as before. By the way, I don't have to do this, but again, this is something I do want to show up for the purpose of this. So that's why I'm adamant on doing it. Actually, no, I can use Magnet Mine. I haven't even bothered using that. Because when you shoot the Magnet Mine out, you can aim it with the D-pad. Well, maybe I should just use the Speed Burner. That's probably the better option. Weird, I got it right the first time. Just the second time was when I didn't. Oh. Alright, I had to kill those guys quickly, because the thing about that I didn't mention is that they will recover from that, or if I don't kill them quickly, they'll recover, or they'll regenerate pieces. Alright, I'm going to try this again. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to dash jump and then go to the left using the speed burner. Okay, I guess I can't do that. Again, I keep getting that life, so not too big a deal. And honestly, to even me dying here is not necessarily a, oh, I don't have, well, it's a sort of, I don't have skill. It's just a, I'm adamant to get this, and if I have to die multiple times to do it, I'll do it. Okay, there we go. At least I show off what happened there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try again what I did the first time. Dash, there we go, got it. Except, I'm not at full health. I hope I don't need a full sub-tank. Or I hope I don't need all the sub-tanks full for this. I'm going to assume I don't, and I'm going to use it, so I have full health. I knew you need full health for this. So if I get through all that, which I did, go down this wall and hug it. Come down. There we go, right there. Okay, I don't need it. Perfect. Finally. Wow, you're so cool. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Yeah, any fans of Wayne's World out there? That'll sound familiar. Step inside for a special surprise. Now, remember with Mega Man X, when you did a special stipulation, we get the Hadouken from Street Fighter 2? Well, Mega Man X2 has a move like that, too. It's actually, I think, the last game in the Mega Man X franchise to have something like that. You have the Shoryuken, and it works exactly the same way. Press forward, down, and then the diagonal between down and forward at full health, and hit the Y button, and you do that. And it'll hurt bosses very badly. But here's the dirty little secret on my part. I am not good with that button movement, or that D-pad rotational aspect, so we're gonna see. Okay, or I'm just gonna die on the spikes, but I didn't realize it's fine. And I got it now, so by dying, I still have it. Just to showcase that, let me just make sure. I still have it, right? Oh yeah, okay, I do. Alright, well perfect though. I can actually show the other way to go. This is the much easier way to go. Hopefully I can hold on to my health long enough to use the or hit the spikes again. Alright. Then again, that's why I went that way. It got me a lot of lives. Alright. Actually, I think it's been a while since I've actually went down this way, so I don't even remember what it's like. Aside from the fact that there's spikes everywhere. There's a life on spikes, which again, I can get with the strike chain. Okay, here we go. Alright, now I'm going to use the Crystal Hunter to get across this. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that without the speed burner. Yeah, I'm going to use that other sub-tank because I want to do the Shoryuken on this. Alright. Now, normally what's going to happen is Agile is going to be throwing spike platforms down on me, but if I Shoryuken him, I guess I'm not going to Shoryuken him. I'm going to have to fight him legitimately now. You know what? I really don't want to, so I'm going to... Actually, no. Shoot that off. Try to do the Shoryuken. Alright, one more shot to do it, and then I get... Oh, you know what? I'm just not gonna bother. Honestly, I never fight this guy legitimately, so I may as well just do it now. I think he's weak to... Let's see. Oh, he's weak to the mine. But this is kind of new to me because I usually don't fight him, so he usually does the spike platforms that I don't think kill me. What I was trying to do is trying to Shoryuken him into the center, because if you do that, it's a one-hit kill. But unfortunately, I couldn't, so we have to do it the old-fashioned way. Also, it looks like when he goes red, he becomes invincible. Alright, that wasn't exactly the way I wanted to kill him, but he's done. So that's the last Maverick, or the X-Hunters. Is he saying the Maverick Hunters? Because I'm the Maverick. I'm part of the Maverick Hunters. Maybe an X-Series. Okay, so I have 2 more stages to go, but I'm going back to Bubble Crab to get my sub-tanks filled. Easily, I guess I could get that life, but I don't really care that much. How many lives do I have? 8. Okay, no, that's no problem. Actually, one other thing is okay, unfortunately, my Giga Crush, my Giga Crush is not charged up enough, so I can't just get rid of it. That's it, perfect. Alright, now next stage for the X-Hunters is actually the rematch with the Mavericks I faced. So this is going to be the place where they're all going to die with their weaknesses. This is Flame Stag. Actually, there's one difference with him. He does start in his blue fire phase, but he's weak to the bubble splash, so just use that. Also, this is an interesting case with this game because unlike Mega Man X1, the enemies usually will reset their patterns when they get hit with their weakness in this one. There are a couple that aren't like that, but Flame Stag here is like that, so just keep doing that. Hitting him and just avoiding his fireballs there, and the battle is won. There we go. Next is Magnus Centipede. Oh, let me tell you, it's going to feel so good crushing this bastard. Let me show you this. Pull that silk shot out, fire on him. When you fire on him, his tail is gone. He still has the teleporting situation going on, and you still will shoot out the mines like that. But outside of that, that sucking in thing and the tail attack that he shoots out, or the pieces of it to try to impale me, that's not happening anymore. In my case, just use the big rock, bash him. I can tell you, there's something so cathartic of doing this after he humiliated me from before. Not that I died to him, but still that I had to deal with no dashing, low jumping, and only a single shot. So crushing him like a bug like this is very nice. Also, there are health items on some of these railings, so I'm going to take them now. Crystal Snail. Alright, now he's weak to the magnet mine. Let me pull that out. It still won't do anything when he's in the shell, but when he's out of it, hit him like that, he'll be ejected. So you have time to hit him before he puts it back on. Feasibly. Thankfully, the shell won't hurt me when it bounces off, but... Actually, he also gets hurt by hitting the wall, so there you go. I knocked him out of the shell, he slammed the wall, he's dead. There's Bubble Crab. Now I can use the spin wheel on him. Which I believe will cut through his shield. Yes, it will. Although in this case, his pattern will not reset when I hit him with this thing, but it'll still hurt him badly. You can also time it specifically like he does that claw thing, and then he'll jump down onto the wheel. Sometimes you hit him multiple times doing that, like that. That being said, I am hurting a little, so I think I should get the items when I come back. Those, by the way, will respawn every time I come back into this room. Because I think they do. Yeah, they do. Okay. Next up is Wire Sponge. Now, I already showed he's weak to the Sonic Slicer, so I'll just show it again. Also use the charge variants because they'll do more damage. There we go. Yeah, really enough, slicing him with the charged up Sonic Slicer won't do anything. So I didn't dismember him that time. But he's gone either way. He's got 3 more to go. It's over on this side. Morph Moth. He is weak to the speed burner, so let's set him on fire. I do like that animation there, where you can basically scorch him, and then he's burning, and then you see him smoking and flaming with, like, the cartoon look when you do that to him. I'm almost going to charge it up, so I can just dash into it. It'll still do the damage, so it works out nicely, too. Yeah. Wheel Gator. Now, he is weak to the strike chain. I'm kind of gun-shy to use it, because honestly it takes a while to beat him with this. Because every time you use it, he'll go underneath the oil. So I'm going to use the charge variants for this. Oh, he does that right away. Okay, alright, that was what I was trying to show off last time. Which is that he'll do that spinning drill into the wall. And that little divot he left down here, that'll hurt me if I touch it. I didn't know for the rematch that he does it right away. That's interesting. shot, we should have it. I mean, this is the safer way to beat him with the strike chain, but it also takes a level. Unless he goes back down right again. Got it. Oh, and how'd I get health off? That's new. I've never seen that before. Alright, one last battle, and I know which one this is. Last up, we got Overdrive Ostrich. He is weak to the... Okay, I guess he doesn't hold it when I go in there. He's weak to the Crystal Hunter. That being said, I'm curious about one thing. Freeze him like that. And when he comes out, he'll do that. Alright. Alright, this is, by the way, what the... This is what the charged up Crystal Hunter does. It slows down time. It slows him down. Particularly. You still have the same movement speed. So it's basically like the stopwatch from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and I think Wii U and Ultimate have it. It's basically that. Got him. He's always using the Crystal Hunters a little harder because every time you use it, he'll jump up in the air and do that Sonic Slicer wave coming down. But we got him and we're set. That's all 8. It's been a while, Mega Man X. Oh, so it's Sigma. So he was not dead after all. Well, actually, he did say he would get his revenge. So, getting the revenge. He is. As are we. The X-Hunters have failed, but don't worry. I've arranged new toys you can play with. Right, one last level to go. This might look and sound familiar. The music is the same as the very first level I went through. The first part of the stage is the same as Magna Centipede's area, including with the searchlights. There's no reason to avoid them this time. I'm still going to try and do a concerted effort to not hit them, just to avoid the damage. Actually, you know what? Since I got through that, I want to see something. I want to see if there's anything up here now. No, there's not. Okay, so it's the same level design right there of that first section, except there's nothing up there. Okay, here we go. Well, here's Sigma. And what's that Zero-looking thing? Look who I found wandering around, Mega Man. My friend here's a small problem with you. Seems you let him die and he's not too happy about that. Okay, so he's talking about when he killed Vile or helped us kill Vile last time. Now I think it's time he repays the favor. But Sigma, you should have studied the blueprints closer. Now, here's why I got the Zero parts from the X-Hunters. If I didn't do that, Sigma would come down with actual Zero, and I'd have to fight him. By doing what I did, I don't have to fight him. We revived him just in time, we avoid that boss fight. There's only one Zero. Wait, Zero, I know your secret. You were destined to follow me. Maybe so, but I still don't like you. Fine, if you won't follow me, then I'll watch you die once again. Zero. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mega Man X. The Greens will have to wait. Gotta defeat all the Mavericks, including Sigma. I'll take out the main computer and you follow Sigma. Let's go. Here it is. Sigma lies ahead. Now, when you fight Zero here, you defeat him and you break him out of it, and then he'll bust this down. As is now, we just jump right down and fight Sigma. I'm pulling out the Sonic Slicer because that's what he's weak to. Nearly buzzed me inside Mega Man X. About time I crush you beneath my heel. The last game he had a lightsaber. Now he's Wolverine from X-Men. And he'll do those dashing moves, and he'll jump across the screen, and he'll throw those energy balls at you. As long as you hit him with Sonic Slicer, you should be good. Remember, Sonic Slicer bounces off walls, so use that to your advantage. Yeah, and then he'll do that attack when he gets down about halfway health. Woo. We got him. But like the last game, we're not done. We got a second form of him to fight. Here he is, his wireframe. He's a virus, as it turns out. Now, he doesn't have a health bar on screen, but so this is going to take a little bit of time. Now, his weakness is the strike chain. Let me get that out. Also, he will drop enemies out, which will give me health. So what you want to do is you want to hit him in the eyes like that. And when the background vibrates like that, that means that you're doing damage. And he'll change color as you go along. I gotta be careful with my health, but I have 4 sub-tanks, and I'm gonna use every single one of them. Alright, he's changing color. I think it's usually when he goes to red is when you know you're almost done with him. But again, sometimes the enemies will drop health pickups. So actually, in some ways, this is actually one of the easier Sigma final bosses. You have to be careful as to where to hit, and also keep an eye on that laser. Which I think you can hug one of these walls, and you'll be safe from it. I'll have to try and remember which one. I think it's this one. Okay, no, it's not. It's the other one. Yeah, it's right there. It's on the left wall. Otherwise, just jump over his head like that and hit him on the rebound. Unfortunately, I'm not getting lucky with some of the pickups here. I can run out of strike chain ammo, so I'm going to then shoot him in the face with my normal gun. Alright, we almost have him. There's health, which I don't need. Okay, I don't need it that badly. Not as much as the strike chain ammo. Oh, right. When I get him down low enough, he'll do this. And if he comes into me too close, then, yeah, he'll be trapped in me and he'll hurt. Yeah, it's definitely getting choppy in here. Yeah, because I have barely any strike chain ammo left. You know what? What the hell? Let's try the Giga Crush. And it does nothing. Alright, it was worth a try, because I've never tried it. Get off! I'm out of juice for that, so unfortunately I gotta go with my regular buster. Oh no. He's not immune to it, is he? Okay, no, he's not. Good. Thank God. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Let me get this strike chain out. Got him. There we go. That was the last hit anyway. Now corrupt that virus. Destroying machine in the background, and we're going to get an interesting piece of story lore to this that is one of the, I guess it's something that would eventually going to be handled and looked at further, particularly Mega Man X4, but in this one, we're getting a little bit of detail as far as Zero's backstory, because Sigma said, hey, I know your secret, Zero, so what are you talking about? Each defeat only makes you stronger, serves to bring you closer to your ultimate doom. But something's not right. I don't quite understand. Why did Zero? He is last of the Doctor's creations. By which he means, basically, this is a confirmation, well, okay, initial confirmation, hint of, and then confirmed in Mega Man X4. Zero is created by Dr. Wily. That was the idea. So that's how the continuity for the classic series and the X series ties into itself. But for now, we're getting that little tidbit that, again, when we get to Mega Man X4, we'll see more about what that's all about. But for now, we destroyed Sigma Virus and got out of the base, and we are good. And we got Zero here. Like last time, the sun's coming up, and we have a text crawl of Mega Man thinking out into, well, looking out to the sea. So, we defeated Sigma once again, but X wonders the fighting will truly end. Not for 6 more games, at least. Or actually, technically 10 more games, if you count the Zero franchise. Mega Man Zero franchise. The Dr. Light's dream of a world in which Reploids and humans live together in peace, merely a dream. Every so often it seems like it, but the price of peace is often high, X thinks to himself. Who or what must be sacrificed for it to become reality? It's actually an interesting thing that the Mega Man Zero franchise will kind of answer in a weird way. That's a franchise I should jump into at some point. When the time comes, will he be able to do it? Future holds the answers, or maybe it doesn't. So there we go. Now we're riding our bike through town, and we're going to see the cast of the game. And that's Mega Man X2 for the Super Nintendo. It is, as I said, the first Mega Man X game I ever played. The first Mega Man game of any kind I played. I definitely was curious about what it was when I played it the first time, and it's still a kind of favorite of mine. I don't know if I'd say it's better than X1 or X3, but definitely is a worthy entry into the series, and it does have some neat little additions to it that kind of make it stand out against the other two. And the other, I guess the other Thor, as it is, that would come later on the PlayStation and the PlayStation 2. But yeah, this is a fun game. Looks great, sounds great, plays great. Pretty easy to get into, especially if you played the last Mega Man X game. And it's overall a good time. If you're going to play this, though, I'd suggest you buy the Mega Man X collection on the PS2 or the GameCube, probably the PS2 because it's cheaper, or just get the Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1, which has this, Mega Man X1, Mega Man X3, and Mega Man X4 in it for $20. Or you can find the disc release of it for about that price now, which has that and the second X Legacy Collection. But yeah, it's a fun game. Definitely a nice one to come back to, and a nice one to kick off 2021 with. Especially now that this is basically the 26th anniversary of the game this month, at least in the US. 27th if we're counting Japan, where it originally released first. And that's kind of what I've been thinking about as far as what the rest of this year is going to look like. I mean, in some ways I started this as a perspective of kind of communicating with friends who I'm not seeing as often anymore. But eventually that's going to change. I mean, but even still, I'm far away from some people anyway. So I think this is kind of a good way to keep in contact with them and just showcase some interesting games, have an interesting discussion on some when they get a discussion going for it, or just me rambling about it. So basically, I've been thinking as far as that to this year, what do I want to do else with this channel? I guess basically just pick games to play, but also kind of take suggestions from people who watch. And also in my case, I have a little bit of a project. I'm going to start this next week. I want to start playing games from the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise more because this year is the 30th anniversary of the series. So I'm going to play a game of the series a month. It's not going to be the first weekend of the month, but I'm going to play one at least a month. And I'm going to start that for this month with Sonic CD for the Sega CD. That's what we're doing next week. And like with Mega Man X2 tonight, I'm going to be playing the original version on the Sega CD, even though, with all due respect, the modern re-releases are better, or they improve on stuff that was in the original. But looking forward to doing that. I had a fun time playing Mega Man X2. When I come back to Mega Man X3, I will be playing, or when I come back to the Mega Man X franchise, it is X3 I will be playing. I'm probably going to have my girlfriend with me on that one because she owns the cartridge. And it would be an interesting way to kind of show that off. Maybe have her play it because she loves this franchise more than I do. And she probably have more to say about this and more to add to the conversation than just myself. So we'll do that in due time.